Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to some more Stationeers. How exciting is this? Look at that. Working well. I mean, there's still plenty of you enjoying this, but I think some people find this dry as well, which is interesting because all of this is just fascinating, whether it's this or it's furnace work or whatever. But there are some people still with me, which is great. Now, someone pointed out we could put like a pressure sensor in there to get an idea of the pressure of what's going on. That's a good point. I was thinking about when it exploded last time, hilariously, it blew out the back end, which is where we're creating suction, right? Ultimately, the most high pressure system we wanted was on this end, right? And it occurs to me that we've seen how the particles move, and it's probably just blasting the particles all the way through, and because it's sucking it through so quickly and not necessarily pumping it out as fast, that's why we were seeing the walls blow off, because it was probably within, you know, because the code reads whatever's going on, but within that moment, it was hitting like 100 kPa in this tiniest little pocket there. Just one tiny little area, it would hit like 100, 120 or whatever it is that blows the walls off, and then that's bloody it because of the way that particles move. I think someone was asking if it's necessary to have the filtration systems on either end. I think in a real world scenario, you'd be right, probably not. But in this particular game and the way that the particles move, which is kind of, I suppose you could say slowly is probably the best way to put it, because pressure change in a room is almost instantaneous in real life, right? But we can, like I said, the fact that all the walls didn't blow off, and even though this is supposed to be a suction end, just goes to show that we need to circulate the gas essentially at a higher rate. Do we end up getting any more coal? We've got a tiny bit of coal. Anyway, so this is all very exciting. Now, what happens next? Well, it might be a bit dry, but I actually think we incrementally increase the gas in the system, right? And that pipe's at zero pressure. That can't be right, can it? How is it at zero? That's interesting. I think that the flow... Maybe it's just very, very, very low. I think if we turn this on, we'll probably start getting a bit more. Oop. Wow. Could it be that it's just passing through that fast? That we're just not getting a read? You know what it could be? Because I think I know what it is, actually. So across a pipe, it's a shared system. Do you know what I mean? It always has been in this game. If I made this pipe 500 units long, at one end it will be the exact same temperature, pressure, and everything as at the other end. That's probably a good way to do it. If we made a 5-kilometer pipe in this game, its profile across the pipe would be identical. So what's that mean? In a way, we're kind of folding space in a way as far as the code works it out, I think. It's like all the movies where they're like, to get from one point to another, you fold the fucking piece of paper in half. You know, all this space-time travel bullshit, right? Not that that's overtly what's going on here on purpose, but I think what's actually going is that pump is going at the exact same speed as this pump, and this pipe is effectively clear. The second anything enters this pipe, it's going straight, like, within the sort of game clock, because the pipe is considered this one contiguous thing. As soon as it exits that pipe, it's going straight out the front of that. We're actually jumping space accidentally. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. Like I said, it's a video game, it's not real life. So where is all this air pressure going? Well, that's the question, isn't it? It's going straight into the system, right? So that makes it even more incredibly hard to sort of monitor how this thing's going to explode. Because it probably will. I think that's actually what's happening. Now that it's all kind of settled a bit. Four devices. And it's producing, what, 47 watts. That's not much. But what was the math on these? They do 90 watts. I wonder if it's inside this game. All right. Oh, here we go. Shatter, flashpoint, auto ignition. No, like, so, okay, so we can't draw the details out of it, but I'm pretty certain that each of those will generate 90 watts if they're going basically max chickens. So, my thought here is fucking YOLO. Let's go. Oh, did you hear that? What was that? What was that? No, what is going on? Yes. What are these sound effects? I've never heard this before at all. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's so good. Alright, well, there we go. We blew the wall off. Now, that's interesting. I think that must be the sound of them taking damage. Huh. I didn't think we put that much gas into the system. Like, certainly not to bust it. I wonder if that was just that the wall was compromised ultimately. Do you know what I mean? Because of, That's crazy. That's really cool. Alright. So, we got it working. And I'm pretty proud of that. It's a lot of effort for a little bit of output, right? That's a bit of a black and white. Now, what could we do here with this system? Well, we could make it all these blocks as well. Totally seal the system. Makes it a bit hard to see. Could potentially put pressure sensors in there as well, right? I'm considering putting it on hold for a moment because similar to the last time, it was fun doing it, and I'm glad that we proved that we can actually break the game. So, I don't know, the devs might want to patch that out because this is not something you should be able to do in real life. I like all that sort of groaning on the... Where's the stats on the walls? Remember they were all like busted, and was it the wrench that was giving us... There we go. Yeah, see, that's taken a bit of damage, even though that's new, right? That's so cool. All right, I'm pretty happy with the experiment. But like, the fact of the matter is, it's moderately compact, how it is there, right? But I honestly don't see us being able to turn this into something that gives us much more than a couple of watts. Like, even if we had all the turbines going, and 90 watts a piece. Well, like I said, we're going to need a turbine and a 10th to run even one active vent. It's not really enough, is it? All right. But something else we can have a look at. So I've enjoyed this. I hope people have enjoyed it. They've learnt from it. Maybe go forth and take my research to the next level, you know? You might be able to come up with something really interesting. But the only sort of anecdotal reports I've ever really heard is like, oh, I did it, but I had to build 50 turbines. And you know what? That's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. Now, something interesting here, though. H2 combustor. Tell me more, tell me more. So I believe... Well, hang on, H2 combustor is supposed to be the opposite, right? So we've got an electrolyzer, which... Oh! Let's go hide in the wind tunnel. Over here. I'd be curious how it's going, actually. Fuck. It doesn't blow sideways. Oh, and I can't use my jetpack. No, this is gonna be bloody... This is gonna be a doozy. Hang on. I need to do this. It's not turning the turbine. Is it because of the wall kit? Ah, that's interesting. That's a totally clear through path, and yet... And yet it's not working. How interesting. Well, that definitely blew us along a bit. So it's not actually blowing the turbine. 0.3. So it's not like the that turbine is drawing something but not having like a visual, because people suggested that maybe it doesn't have the visual animation in. See, that does though. Okay, so here we have an example of this is clearly designed to work specifically in the storm, right? Because that would not work in another wind tunnel. So the way that they're treating the storm is obviously very different to the way that they treat actual airflow, and this won't move at all. That's cool. That's a good experiment to have as well. How are our plants going? Oh, they're still alive, surprisingly. Oh, was it passed? Oh, okay. We'll let that run. Yeah, interesting. Good experiments all around. Anyway, okay, so where were we? Yeah, electrolysis, right? So electrolysis, from what I understand, is where you would put water, like H2O, through this system, and it will split it into oxygen and hydrogen, right? I'm getting that right, aren't I? And whereas the other thing is supposed to be the opposite, so presumably... What do they call it? H2 combustor is a case of you put H2 and O2 into the system and you make water? Am I understanding that correctly? Because we also have a gas generator. See, H2 combustor to me sounds like a H2 generator. Like it's exploding it's combusting H2 for fuel. But I'm not sure that that's what this actually does. I'm pretty sure you have a specific gas generator to do that. So hypothetically, you could put water through this system and get H2. No, sorry, I'm getting it the wrong way around. So this wouldn't actually be related to any fuel production at all or anything to do with the gas generator. I'm not 100% sure. We'll experiment with it because we need to figure all that sort of stuff out. Okay, cool. So I guess we're going to get back to sort of some of the furnace stuff that we've been working on. I wouldn't mind checking out what's going on in here, actually. Let's see how our gases are going. Hey? Alright, so that just auto-drains. Oh, well, the network probably doesn't help. Negative 56, negative 69, negative 136. That's pretty cold. I don't know if they can get any colder. Oh no, there you go, they're moving. Cool. Figured we haven't had a look at them in a long time. So our little gas room is perfect. Okay. So we were moving towards getting a we were going to upgrade the electro terminal, remember? Like mod or something, is that what it's called? There you go, electronics printers mod. Fuck, we're going to need a lot of steel, electrum, constantum, and solder. So we definitely made solder. There it is there. Come here. Which was a bit of a headache, as we discovered. Oh, and we're still short on solder anyway. Constantum. Did we not actually make that? Oh, there's some solder. Oh, okay, good, because I was making the sort of little, the 8 blocks of it, and people were whinging, oh, why aren't you making 50 at a time? It's like, it's my game. I don't want to. Electrum, and then some more steel as well. Alright, well, I suppose we should get right on that. I wonder if we've got enough gear to make electrum right now. Gold and silver. Did we end up cooking all that gold? No. Gold. Silver. Silver. Oh, that's promising. Hang on. Well, that's right. We could use that anyway. Volatiles. Split one. Split one. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, that's cool. Now, how much do we need? 8. Split half. Split one.
Hunger. Caution.
Wait, what's going on there? Okay. Alright, let's put that there. I'll just double check that. Oh shit. Fuck it, let's go. Eight. Where'd my gold go? It was in my backpack, wasn't it? Alright. I'm pretty sure it was 8. Let's just double check. Eight. Alright. Electrum, what do we need here? 600 to 100 KK, right? 100,000, right? 800, 2.4. Well, hang on. Last time we moved this off to the side so it was easy to see. Temperature is good, just. Pressure is, a tiny bit too high. Alright, so the pressure is going to come down more. And the temperature is going to come down, but the minimum temperature here is 600 K. Right? And that's got to come down. Yeah, okay. So I think we're going to want more temperature. Now I'm curious, if I just stick another volatile in, how we're going to go. 2.7 and 630. Oh, okay, there we go. Jesus. Well, that pressure's going to take a while to come down. I guess it's not the end of the... Well, no, it is kind of the end of the world. Yeah, right. This might be tough to manage. Now, people have suggested that if I put in other stuff, I could increase the pressure. If I put in, like, more material. Which, you know, I'm not really clear on how that works in a video game setting, but at the moment, the last thing we would want to do is increase the pressure, right? The temperature barely moves just then, and the pressure went right up. So, I mean, God help me, let's put the O2 and see what happens. 4.2 MPa and 840. Didn't seem to care. Oh, here we go. My bad. It loved that. Well, that actually might... Oh, wait, have I just had a bit of a brain fart on temperature? I don't know, it was getting down towards 600, wasn't it? Oh, maybe I have. Who knows? Alright, but the pressure's still way too high. That's interesting. Adding the O2 didn't really move the pressure, but we got a lot more temperature out of it. What to make of this? .4 MPa. Yeah, so the problem we're having is that we want it to be hotter. Not strictly higher pressure. Now, adding volatile really pushed the pressure up, but not the temperature so much. I guess what we could do is bleed it. I could attempt that. So, I mean, we're about to flush a whole bunch of hot gas straight into my coolant system, which I don't even have hooked up properly. So there's that pipe there. And maybe we turn the filter on immediately. Stuff it. Let's go. Oh, there's a lot of hot gas. Hang on. So what's the go here? 3.7 and 700. I'm just going to flick it. 3.2 and 700. Okay, that's cool. 2.3. 2.7, sorry. 700. We're very close. There we go. Nice. Done. Okay, so if only I had... I think I used the last of the coal, right? We might be able to do the steel if we were fast. Because we've already got that reaction going. Well, that worked out. So we have to bleed it. Hasn't been any explosions back here or anything. I should actually... Due diligence, right? I should really check what's going on here. Right. So let's put all the H2 straight into there. It's emptied that tank almost immediately. So that's good. Everything's pretty safe. As safe as it could be, I guess. Alright, now, coal. Hello? So that is interesting. Bleed it for the pressure, which makes sense, of course. I guess I didn't really think of... I was too focused on the sort of, let's say, the closed system that is. Do you know what I mean?
Jetpack low.
Yeah.
Tower low.
Can't win with this Sheila, can I? Wait, how low? Pretty low. I was going to try and take advantage of the cook while I could, you know? And potentially cook a big block of iron, but I don't think that's going to happen here. Too many things conspiring against me. Alright, what do we got here? 20 block. Alright. 50. 20. Got some coal as well. Now it's a 3-to-1, right? Should be. Let's just double check. It's good practice. You never know who's watching at what level. Steel. There you go. 1 carbon to 3 iron. Alright, so... maybe like 60-20 might be the easiest way to do this. So let's do this. Split half. All right. Split half. I've left the fucking mold open. Hydrocarbon. And what do we need for this? I've never really paid much attention to it. 900k. Definitely not hot enough. And 1 MPa. Pretty much any pressure, but it needs to be hotter. Right? So we're going to make it hotter. Sun's going down, so nice. Just gotta feed my rumbling in my tummy. Right, so if we put 1 volatile... Oh, see you later, volatile. Oh, I can't say I like having volatile in the air near all this heat. Wait for that sun to fade away. Alright, how's that gonna go now? Nice. Temperature 400. Needs to be 900. Fuck, I need to turn that pump back on. If I do start bleeding, I just think it'll be safer to have that on now. No, that's interesting. That didn't really move. Okay. Hey, there we go. Oh, so close. Uh-oh. Bloody insta-cooking my ores. $830, 900. Come on, go up. I want more temperature. Here's something that just occurred to me that I could do is actually have a look at what's in there. H2. See, plenty of O2. So I guess maybe there's not enough H2 for the reaction. Oh. Room's too hot for you. Hey, there we go. Give me that steel. Listen to it. It's loud. Alright, cool. Unless I want to cook some more stuff in there. Now, here's the other thing as well. I think the reaction is totally done already. Yeah, look, almost no H2. So the reaction is instantaneous. So there's no way that you could bleed any sort of extra reagents out. You never know with the video game logic and all that sort of thing. Alright, cool. So we got our steel, and I guess we can make our upgrade next one. Went over a little bit there, but we had things to do. Team! Thanks again for joining me. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.